The Galactic Military Academy's Deathworld survival course had broken stronger species than the Krellton. Instructor Voshkar stood before the newest batch of cadets, his 4 eyes scanning the diverse group with practiced assessment. Most were from civilized worlds, pampered creatures who had never felt real hunger or faced genuine danger. Then there was Jasmine Torres. The human sat near the back, her dark hair pulled into a practical braid, eyes bright with curiosity rather than the fear he expected. Voshkar's mandibles clicked in disapproval. Humans were a recent addition to the Galactic Union, and their homeworld classification was still being debated. Some xenobiologists argued for Class 7 Deathworld status. Others claimed it was impossible no sapient species could evolve on a Class 7 cadets. Voshkar's voice boomed through the amphitheater. You are about to undergo 6 weeks of training designed to prepare you for the worst conditions the galaxy can offer. 70% of you will drop out. 10% will require medical intervention. The rest will emerge changed. Jasmine raised her hand. Yes, Cadet Torres. Sir, what's the safety protocol if we encounter the native megafauna? Voshkar's translator briefly malfunctioned at the casual tone. You avoid them, Cadet. The simulation planet's apex predators weigh upward of 2 tons and hunt in packs. Even with your primitive immune system advantages, you are not equipped to understood. Sir, avoid. Got it. Something in her tone made Voshkar uneasy. Day 3 of the course found Kevin Martinez struggling through the simulation planet's humid jungle alongside Jasmine. The Terran pair had been grouped with a Holixian named Krill and a Vortani called Temsha. The latter two were already showing signs of stress. Grill's scales had dulled, and Temsha kept activating her emergency beacon by mistake. The water here tastes like recycled industrial waste, Krill complained, forcing down another mouthful from the purification tablets they'd been issued. Jasmine knelt by a stream, examining it. Yeah, high mineral content. Probably runoff from those volcanic ridges. She filled her canteen directly from the stream. Torres, Kevin hissed. We're supposed to use the tablets. My guts handled worse. Remember that street vendor in Mumbai? You were sick for 3 days, but I didn't die. She took a long drink and wiped her mouth. Besides, saves our tablets for the others. Kevin sighed but couldn't argue with the logic. This was classic Jasmine, practical to the point of recklessness. He'd known her since basic training, where she'd casually mentioned growing up in a place called Australia and then proceeded to list the 17 different venomous creatures that lived in her backyard. Temsha watched the exchange with her thermal sensing organs pulsing. Your species, you have no self-preservation instinct. Oh, we do, Kevin assured her, hefting his pack. We just have a different threshold. By week 2, half the cadets had dropped out. The remaining groups had been consolidated, and Instructor Voshkar was growing concerned. Not about the general performance that was proceeding as expected. No. His concerns centered entirely on the 2 humans, while other cadets struggled to meet basic caloric requirements with the provided rations. Jasmine had supplemented their diet with what she called field greens, local plant life that would have poisoned most species. She'd explained something about checking for sap reactions and testing in small quantities, but Voshkar's species had never developed such insane strategies because they simply didn't eat unknown substances. Kevin, meanwhile, had fashioned increasingly sophisticated tools from the permitted materials. His latest creation was a water filtration system that somehow outperformed their issued equipment. It's just charcoal and sand layers, he'd explained when Voshkar demanded to inspect it. Basic chemistry, sir. Chemistry that requires heating organic matter to exact temperatures, and oh yeah, I just eyeballed it. Did it a lot during camping trips as a kid. As a child, this species was teaching survival skills to their juveniles. The real incident. It occurred during week 4. The simulation included an encounter with the planet's apex predator-controlled scenario, where cadets would observe the creature from a safe distance and practice evasion protocols. The beast, a 6-legged monster with heat-sensing pits and razor-lined jaws, was supposed to be confined to a specific valley. It was not confined. Voshkar's emergency alert blazed across his vision as the creature charged toward Jasmine's camp. He activated all available drones, preparing for a messy extraction. Humans were fragile, their bones light, their skin exposed. The creature would defeat, showed Jasmine calmly finishing a meal. Towards evade, now. She looked up at the approaching predator, tilted her head, and grabbed a burning log from her campfire. As the beast lunged, she stepped forward, jamming the burning wood directly into its heat-sensing organ while screaming something that made Voshkar's translator emit error codes. The predator recoiled, confused and pained. In that moment, Kevin appeared from the jungle's edge with a sharpened stake. Where had he gotten a stake? And drove it into the creature's flank. The apex predator of a Class 6 Deathworld fled from 2 unarmed humans. Jasmine sat back down and resumed eating her lunch. Instructor Voshkar's report to the Academy Board was brief. Recommend immediate reclassification of Earth 2 Class 8 Deathworld status, possibly Class 9. Human cadets Torres and Martinez. displayed predatory behaviors inconsistent with prey species classification, standard survival scenarios inadequate for species assessment, request permission to develop instructor survival training for faculty assigned to human students. When questioned about the specifics, he simply showed them the footage of Jasmine Torres finishing her meal while the most dangerous creature on the simulation planet retreated into the jungle, and Kevin Martinez casually cleaning his improvised weapon. She enjoyed her lunch, Voshkar said flatly. After facing down a two-toon apex predator, the human enjoyed her lunch. The board approved his recommendations unanimously. Jasmine and Kevin, meanwhile, passed the course with the highest marks in Academy history. When asked about the predator incident, Jasmine shrugged. It was between me and my dinner. I'd already had to catch that meal 3 times, wasn't about to let some overgrown lizard take it. Kevin nodded. Never get between a human and their food. That's just common sense. The galaxy was learning that common sense and human sense were very different things.